Menstruation.
Menstruation.
The rag.
The rag.
Being on the rag.
On my rag.
The visitor from another planet.
The dot.
I've got the red balloon.
Menstrual flow.
Aunt Flo.
Red River.
I've got Kool-Aid.
Hygienic handicap.
Bummer. Big bummer.
I'm bleeding.
The red badge of courage.
Monthly friend.
I've got a cork inside me.
Surfing the crimson wave.
Period.
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 My period.
The curse. How do you feel?
From a, I don't know, anatomical perspective, I've been told that periods suck.
Of course, I experience pain.
During my period, my hair gets a little oily. You get overexcited.
Sometimes headaches.
You might get chilled and catch cold.
Oh yeah, you get a cold quicker.
I get in bad mood right before.
My period isn't the problem. It's the period before my period.
Get mad.
I might be a little edgy.
Women get emotional.
Women are a little more emotional or more sensitive to certain things when they're on their period.
I'm moody.
I am very, very moody when it comes to that week. I'm very sensitive.
Don't feel well.
You're not as energized. And
Feeling weak while you're menstruating.
Kind of funny like.
Cramps, of course.
You have cramps.
Menstrual cramps.
feels like somebody like punching you
You get cramps.
continuously.
Sometimes I get cramps and sometimes I don't.
You get irritable.
You get irritable.
The PMS, I don't think that's a myth.
I don't act any different.
Stand straight. That'll give the organs inside your body room to function better. And that'll make you feel better.
You'll feel and look good during your period. And all the rest of the month, too.
It is kind of a nuisance, isn't it?
It's bothersome.
It's an annoying feeling, I guess you can say.
Growing up isn't always fun.
And it won't be long at all before you're quite used to it.
You see, because nowadays they have so much stuff you can use. Back in the days when I was in the 5th grade, they give you that womanly class and show you these foot-long Kotex pads that you were supposed to use with the little Kotex belts, like little garter belt that clip in the front and back. And that was about the most uncomfortable stuff you could ever wear.
Don't they feel like diapers?
Now it's easy.
And I get way better protection too.
What about dancing? Can you when you're menstruating?
Dancing while on your period, not the greatest of ideas.
Should you bathe or wash your hair during your period?
Clean feels good.
You can do most of the things you usually do.
I would just go to school, I'd play basketball.
During your period, sitting for a long time and then standing up?
Not the greatest of ideas.
But what about swimming during your period?
Peggy, of course I can't go swimming. You know I've got the curse.
I'd swim too.
What are you two up to?
Is it true that people can tell when you're menstruating?
It's pretty much easy to tell.
Silly things the animals can detect, you know, if you're on your cycle.
I don't know if all women get their period at the same time. I don't know, so you can't really tell.
I do know that if you have 2 or 3 women in the house, that if one is on, everybody's periods will over time sync together.
So discreet, only you'll know it's a tampon.
Basically, they know.
Nobody knows when I'm on mine.
Save embarrassment. Tampons by mail.
Can a sanitary pad really keep you dry?
You should be more careful than ever about personal cleanliness.
Concealment assured.
I've seen people mess up their clothes.
Be your most attractive self.
If you don't tell, there's no way anyone can know.
Out of sight.
Well, Jim, Molly's growing up. She's having her first menstrual period.
What?
It means you can have babies.
I don't feel like it defines womanhood.
Absolutely not. Period doesn't define a woman.
It's a big part of it, but it's not what makes you a woman.
Menstruation is as normal and natural as eating or breathing or sleeping.
Maybe not for all women, but for some.
Partially, it does define, you know, because it's a part of a woman. It's part of their cycle.
Acting like an adult defines a woman.
All girls are born with a special place in their bodies where babies can grow.
Well, I'm different from everybody else because I couldn't have my period by myself because of chemical imbalance.
Something that all girls go through.
Everyone was having it, everyone was talking about it.
It happens to every girl.
It did feel like odd.
It's kind of irregular sometimes.
And this is true of women everywhere.
It's there for a reason, but it's a burden too.
Just part of being a woman, I guess.
When my period's over, I feel really happy. And I'm glad that it's not there anymore.
Probably been 5 months since I had one, but I did have one show up. I was totally upset because I thought I was free.
I feel good, like finally it's over with. Relieved, really. You know, that way I don't have to be dealing with that.
So I'm my old sweet self again.
Cleaner, drier.
Now that I have it, I wish I can go back to the days where I didn't have it.
If I could avoid having my period, I totally would. Because I don't like it.
But I will enjoy not having to ever see it again.